So what's up, guys? We're here at North State Outfitters, and we're just gonna do a preserved hunt today. It's gonna be fun, very fun. This is not my first time here. This is like home to me, even though I've only been here once. But I'm ready to have some fun today. I miss duck hunting. I'm excited for today. I'm missing old preserve.
You can get like 20 today?
Probably around 10 if he's willing to pay for it.
Sky blast.
Yes, God bless him.
Good to see you, man.
We went to the skeet shooting range a couple weeks ago. I think I'm good. Yeah.
Nice.
Youth Day went good at the impoundment. Got a limit in around an hour, so we should be good today.
Blake turned us on to that 20 gauge Montefeltro with the short length of pull.
Yeah.
And then that was the ticket. And then like went to the impoundment hunt and he started dropping them. I'm like, oh God knows we might be on something. And so I really found out he really enjoys it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
This is like my favorite thing. In the morning at school, we read stories, and our book was about seasons, and we would all get up if it was like for fall, and I said, fall duck season.
Favorite season.
Good shot, buddy.
Be still. Yeah, you're good. Okay, one coming straight at us. Pop it in the head. Get another shell. Get another shell.
Give me another shell.
Heel. Here.
Wait,
Here.
I can
Here.
blast that thing.
You got into him. Poppy.
One more.
You got him, I think, on the second shot in the lower half.
Yeah, I got him on the second shot, and then he fell. And just got us. Alright, I'm gonna keep my distance because she's gonna shake.
Yeah, sorry about that, dude. She's getting in the water.
Yeah.
Hey, here.
Because I live in the distance.
Aim small, miss small.
Aim small, miss
Now
small.
that you got it down, watch out for the stuff from the left. Just remember, keep your head low. Use your eyes. Yeah, be a tree. Be a tree. What? Keep your head straight and use your eyes. Don't move your head. Can you move your eyes? Look to the left. Do you see that decoy?
Yes.
Over there?
Yes.
Look to the right. That's right. Be a tree. There we go. Nice. Be a tree.
Anywhere on the bird.
Everybody. To the left. Coming in low. Coming in low. Shoot your feet. There we go.
Shoot it again.
Shoot it again. Right on its chest. There you go.
Dead
Poppy.
bird.
There we go. Hey, that was a good shot. That was a good
buddy.
shot, dude.
I shot that thing out of the sky.
Did you see what I mean though? If you put it right on the head, the pattern by the time you shoot spreads onto its body, so you get a good shot pattern on it. There we go. That's a pretty green. All right, watch out. Pick up your gun so you don't get it wet. Had it, girl. Here. Oops, sorry about that. Really?
I want to see the bullet.
This has like a spring on that.
Good one. But it's having a big. It's an old bird.
Hey,
so-
Right, dude, pay attention. You're good. Keep your eyes out. Under my head. All right. On the
Shoot a
beak.
bird.
On the beak. Yes, sir. Don't shoot again. You're good. Popping. If it's a cripple, shoot again. Hey, dude, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Put it
shell?
on your cheek and put it on that.
Let me grab a shell.
Hot dang, dude. Good stuff.
I'm gonna grab a shell real quick.
Hey.
So his head goes through the loop, and then you tighten it. That ain't it, boys. We killing more.
Hey, right here out front. Okay, sit still. Sit still. Put it on the beak. Now. Beak. There we go. Sit. Shoot it on the water. You don't have a shell. That's fine. That's fine. Watch this. Poppy. It's dead. You got it. Stay in control. Good shot.
Yeah.
So you see on your first shot you're a little bit behind, and then you caught back up and you put it in front of it on the beak. You're good. Come around. Shoot it. Poppy.
That thing's so
You got it.
Oh, hit a bicep on that one.
Yeah.
And I did have bicep day at the gym the other day, so that helps.
Right.
Yeah!
Oh, sit. Poppy.
Wait, no.
No, you're good.
Bobby can get him. I was gonna fish him off, but
It's dead.
yeah, he's dead. I got this. I just need uno más plato, por favor.
I'm speaking Spanish now, dude. Now. One more time.
Just get it.
One more time. Shoot it. Shells are right there.
Dude, I can
Just
see.
hit. Here. Go ahead and finish it off.
Where is
See
it?
In the edge of it.
Where it gets up.
Yeah, we're good. We're done.
Poppy. You see that one coming in? Shoot it. In front again. Shoot it again on the water. Oh, hold up. You got it on one of the shots. Let me see. All right. Put it right on the head, right on the back. I will say that there was some impressive shooting whenever he hit him. It was cool, man. It was cool. Good stuff.
Help! Thank you.
All right. So Larken did all the fun stuff. Now it's time for me to do the work. So we enjoy going to this shooting preserve. You know, it's not, the real deal duck hunting, but it's a great opportunity for Larken to practice and improve his skill. And then honestly, we mainly do it for the meat. We've learned to love duck. It's probably my favorite game that we pursue, that I enjoy eating. And so I try not to pluck too many feathers. I like to just make a little slit, pull back that skin and feathers, and just expose the breast. I'm sure there's people who are much better than that than me, but this is how we choose to do it. And this is the first season we've ever really pursued eating ducks. I'm using the Williams knife, bird knife. We actually sell these on our website with our Fox Hollow logo on it. And so let's try to get in here and get out that breast meat. And Fox Hollow, the seasoning portion of that brand was really inspired and done from our outdoor pursuits and us trying to create seasonings that we wanted to use and that other people could use, and it be very easy and specific what to use it for and when to use it. And so one of the things that we did specifically for duck and for turkey breast was we developed a brine. And this brine comes in a 16-ounce shaker, and it's real simple. The whole shaker to a gallon of water, and you do it, you know, if you have less water, then, you know, eyeball it to those ratios. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It's not science. But it does impart a bunch of flavor. It helps that meat stay moist and not dry out. What we got here also, these ducks are on just a simple paracord duck lanyard or duck tote. And this is a friend of mine. His name's Jeremy Cleaton, and he started this as a little fun side business. And I started selling them on our website. But Jeremy was really important to me because when I was young and in high school, Jeremy lived across the street from me. And much of the stuff I've always talked about, I didn't have an outdoor family. And so the only access that I ever had to the outdoors was when somebody was willing to include me or take me. And Jeremy was always one of those people who would invite me to go hunting and take me hunting. And I killed some of my very first ducks with Jeremy. And so he's always been important to me. I've always respected him and appreciated him. And so if y'all are looking at a duck tote, give that a consideration. But there's duck totes are a dime a dozen, but man, it's a guy who is, man, I don't know anybody more passionate about the outdoors than Jeremy. And it's just a thing that he's doing, a little side hustle. And I can respect that a lot. I love a side hustle. So, all right. So we get the gist of it. I'm gonna finish up these ducks, and then we'll circle back at the kitchen sink to clean them up, to do our brine and get them ready. We are planning to go camping tonight with my parents. It is also shad season here in Eastern North Carolina. And so we're ultimately going shad fishing, and we're gonna set some limb lines, but we're having duck for dinner tonight as we camp. So we'll circle back to you guys when we're ready for the next step. All right, so we got the goods. Tell you, one of the things that I use a lot on the road with barbecue is the pecos table. And they have this cutting board that is made to kind of fit up there, and it doesn't slide around on the table. And you can stand on those tables. I use it to stand on to get stuff out of my garage. But the pecos tables are pretty sweet. Rinse off this knife. So all I'm going to do now to take the next steps is we're going to get these breasts rinsed off, cleaned up some, and then these guys are going to go in the brine. Now this brine is mild enough that you can leave them in there for 24, 36 hours. We don't have that kind of time today, honestly. The hunt we went on at the preserve, see, the preserve season lasts beyond what normal waterfowl season does. It's pretty warm here today in East North Carolina. And so that's why, we weren't really like camoed out and hiding or any of that. It's just not necessary there. But I had to rush Larken to school, and I had to go to work, and now I am trying to get these things cleaned up so they can at least get the benefit of the brine a little bit before tonight. The thing that I wanted to create too in this process of doing seasonings, and I mentioned the duck tote, and I mentioned the Williams bird knife, and it's not just to sit here and say, oh, go buy. What I was trying to create is like take some of the intimidation and build some confidence in somebody who wanted to go out and say, I want to do that, and know that we have put together one place that you can come and make it like your one-stop shop to, set out that goal. Because so many times Larken and I, we spend our time laying in bed and we watch something and we're like, that's a goal, let's go do that. And oftentimes I spend my time then kind of problem solving and figuring out the best way to make Larken successful. And so that's one thing I hope to share in this channel also is our journey. Because often I'm the guy who buys 3 or 4 things to reach the the end game. So recently he's been into pellet guns, and it's made me proud because, you know, right or wrong, I send him off into the woods and he goes out there to just shoot at stuff. And finding a gun that was not overwhelmingly heavy, finding a gun that made sense, that he wasn't having to recock it every time in a way that was difficult. And I just landed on one we'll talk about later. It's got nitrogen power, so it gets consistent. It gets consistent velocity right into the end of the tank. It's worked really good. Larken shoots it a lot better. But as far as the waterfowl goes, we tried the single shot guns. We tried the youth models, different things, and I was put on to the Benelli Montefeltro compact. It actually comes in a 12.5-inch length of pull. And as we would go on these hunts, I would realize that, you know, Larken would shoot at these birds with a 410, and even sometimes with bismuth and different things, and it just wouldn't faze them. And same thing on a couple of actual hunts this year. And so we have moved up, and we've had really good success running that 20 gauge Benelli Montefeltro with the Migra steel and TSS blend. That has done well for him. We saw a noticeable difference. So we went to an impoundment hunt for Youth Day, and it honestly surprised me because he has a tendency to stop moving his gun through the target. He shoots behind the birds a lot, but he was still able to get enough pattern on those guns. I am doing a different little short range choke for him, but it has been great. Anyhow, so we're gonna make things simple. These Yeti bowls are great for keeping stuff warm, keeping stuff cold. I would generally just throw some ice cubes and the water in here and throw this right in the fridge. But I'm not gonna do that this time because, like I told you, we're getting in the camper and we're rolling on. So to make things easy, we're just gonna do a gallon Ziploc bag. Listen, I know when people try to do brines, they're gonna heat it up and they're gonna do this and do that. I'm impatient. I'm the most impatient person you're ever gonna meet. And I'm not doing that. I'm not heating stuff up and cooling it down. This is just salt and sugar and a few herbs. It's gonna be fine. And I'm literally just eyeballing this. I'm gonna do somewhere between a quarter of a gallon. Some people would call that a quart, I guess. And so to that, we're gonna do a quarter of the bottle of the brine. So I'm just gonna take this here and go in with it. It's about right. So there are some other spices in this deal. You can see how it has a little bit of a orange tinge to it. And then all I'm gonna do is just mix this up. Now, one thing I do recommend, if you're gonna be impatient like me, and you're not gonna shake this and you're not gonna do everything until there's no sediment in it, just rinse these breasts off when you pull them out. You'll knock off any of that extra salt. But I was really surprised. I used this brine for the first time after testing it on a trip to the Everglades, and I marinated the duck breast in it, and we cooked them, man, like right out of the pan. But I tried some even without seasoning on them, and it was a really great experience, and it really does exactly what I set out for it to do. So mom's not a big fan of duck. Dad, he's gonna learn to be. And me and Larken love it, so we're gonna do 2 per person. Larken, me, Dad, 1 for Mom to try, and 2 for Steph. All right, so I'll end up backpacking and freezing the rest of those. I'm going to get a little ice on these bad boys too. All right, a little ice on there. So these things are great. I'm gonna go throw these in the fridge of the RV, and then to cook these tonight, we're probably gonna use our steak season or our original seasoning. That always does well. And we'll catch up with you when we get to the boat ramp, and we are finishing these things off to finalize all of our efforts of killing, cleaning, and we're gonna enjoy it with the family. We'll see you in a little bit. We done got excited, got talking, and got the duck cooking. We did the original.
It's good, buddy.
Thank you, man. There's plenty more. Just a little camp out with the whole fam family down at the creek. We got some catfish lines out, shad fishing tomorrow. Enjoying today's duck.
Let's do it.